International Commission of Jurists (ICJ) says although Maldivian judiciary has seen changes in the past years, a lot more is yet to be done to strengthen the estate. Speaking to the media, head of ICJ delegation currently visiting Maldives, Leandro Despoi, stated that the lack of an important law is an obstacle for the work of judges.
La época en que yo vine hace 3 años.
With respect to substantive legal reforms, I note the absence of a number of laws that need to be passed and that were discussed during my first visit to Maldives.
Por ejemplo, el Código de Procedimiento Penal, el Código Penal, el de Procedimiento Penal, son déficits inaceptables en el momento actual. Y en ese sentido, yo hago un llamado al Parlamento.
For example, the absence of a penal code and of a criminal procedural code are unacceptable deficits, and I make a call to the Parliament to ensure that these laws are passed.
Leandro said that Maldivian judiciary was not functioning independently in the past. He added that to create an independent atmosphere, judges should be made more aware and adaptable to laws and regulations, in addition to development, along with additional manpower. ICJ also highlighted that it is important to follow the Constitution and maintain international standards. Head of delegation highlighted that they met with several authorities and they have noted areas of concern. ICJ says the main purpose of their visit to Maldives is to develop the judiciary, to grant long-term assistance and to sustain the independence. The ICJ is also to meet with the respective authorities and to revise laws. The delegation is to submit a detailed analysis report on the Maldivian judiciary, its state and recommendations as their visit comes to a close. In the process of auctioning off land from the southwestern harbour area of Male, a submission of 4,911 rupiah per square feet has been made for a land area of 10,000 square feet. Till yesterday, the price remained at 4,300 rupiah per square feet. Bidding is now open for the 5,000 square feet landmass in the second phase. Latest figures from the Male municipality show that 1 square feet of land is worth 4,300 rupiah. Municipality added that the last bidder will be successful only if the price remains the same for 5 consecutive working days. There has been no record of bid for the 2,000 square feet area in the second phase of auctioning land from the Male southwestern harbour area. Opposition Alliance files a case at civil court to issue a temporary order on restricting the auction of land from the southwestern harbour area of Male. State Attorney Milna Hafiz stated that they needed time to consider the issue of a temporary order. She also added that the verdict of the judge stating that there is no bargain disallowing the continuation of the trial is not the right decision. Stating there are no grounds to eliminate that trial, Judge Mariam Nihayat stated that the government did not submit supporting documents to claim that the trial cannot be continued. She added that since political parties are running under a legal right, there are no grounds that parties cannot file a case against the government. Responding to the statement, State Attorney added that points on eliminating the trial were submitted in the earlier hearing and the regulation of parties do not allow filing a case against the government. The next hearing of this case would be held on Monday. Maldives Broadcasting Corporation requests the court to issue an order forbidding the Maldives National Broadcasting Corporation to sell shares, destroy, transfer ownership, or sell whole or part of the rich video and audio archive from the former Television Maldives and Voice of Maldives before the case comes to a close. Making the statement at today's hearing, MBC's attorney pleaded for a temporary court order, accusing that MNBC is altering financial and proprietorial ownership of the 2 stations. MBC's attorney added that sale of MNBC shares would cause financial loss to the corporation and the public as well. Responding to the claim, State Attorney Ahmad Usham stated that the government continuously opposed the trial and he would need time to consider the issuing of a temporary order. Judge Hatif Hilmi adjourned today's session, calling for a hearing on Sunday. Maldives Broadcasting Corporation is an establishment formed under the law on establishing broadcasting corporation in the country. Maldives National Broadcasting Corporation was established under a decree by the President following the law on companies, which has 100% government share and debt liability. Maldives Ports Limited submits flood aid to Pakistan. The grant consists of donations from staff, customers and the board of directors. The donation of 155,247 rupiah was handed over to the Pakistani High Commission this afternoon. President Mohammad Nasheed confers the title State Dignitary on Muhammad Umar Manik and Champa Hussain Afif in recognition of their invaluable service to the state. This is the first time the government has conferred the title on individuals recognizing their services outside the government. Speaking at the function, the President said as state is an expansive concept in the new constitution, it is important to recognize the contributions by individuals to the state. The President said both Umar Manik and Afif have made immense contributions to the development of Maldives, especially in the tourism sector. Umar Manik and Afif are among the pioneers of Maldivian tourism industry. After receiving the title, Manik and Afif thanked the government for recognizing their work, adding that the recognition was a great encouragement. Today marks the International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer. A United Nations General Assembly resolution designated 16 September as the International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer.
The theme for this year's celebrations is Ozone Layer Protection, the governance and compliance at their best, and highlights the role of the good governance in enabling successful implementation and compliance with the Montreal Protocol. September 16th was designated by the United Nations General Assembly as the International Day for Preservation of the Ozone Layer. This designation was made on December 19, 1994 in commemoration of the date in 1987 on which nations signed the Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer. In 1994, the UN General Assembly proclaimed 16 September the International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer. States were invited to devote the day to promote activities in accordance with the objectives of the protocol and its amendments. The ozone layer, a fragile shield of gas, protects the Earth from the harmful portion of the rays of the sun, thus helping preserve life on the planet. This year, the International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer highlights the central role of good governance in pursuit of environmental goals. In general, successful environmental agreements require a broad framework, clear targets, and a gradual approach to implementation. Then, as governments gain confidence, they build on initial steps and set more ambitious goals. The Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer, which last year achieved universal ratification, is an excellent example for this process. In the United Nations Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon's message on the day, he encouraged parties to the Montreal Protocol to continue to build on this model and to explore synergies that could help to address other environmental challenges, especially climate change. And also he called on to use the governance tools contained in the existing ozone and climate treaties to reduce environmental threats to sustainable development and human well-being.